the equation using the x and y intercepts. 2x plus 5y equals 20. So when you're asked to use the x and y intercepts, I always have you write like a little table, okay, to help you. What does it mean that I'm looking for the x-intercept? What does it mean I'm looking for the y-intercept? Well, the point on the y-axis is the point where x is 0, right? Where x is 0, we're on the y-axis. And the point where y is 0 is going to give me the x-intercept. So those are the values I put into my table and I try to solve for in order to get these two intercepts. So when I put 0 in my equation for x, this is what it looks like, right? I substituted, I took that equation that I was given, and instead of x, I put 0. 2 times 0, that's just 0. So all I'm left with is 0 plus 5y, or just 5y, equals 20. And now that that went to 0, I just have a one-step equation. If this is multiplied by 5, the opposite is to divide by 5. So I divide by 5, and I have y equals 4. So what happened? I substituted 0 in my equation for x, and I got a value for y, which was 4. So that means that 0, 4 is one point that will be on this graph, okay? Then on the other side here, I am going to do the other one. Now we're going to put in 0 for y. Okay, so when we put in 0 for y, now we can solve for x, right? And now we're going to get our x-intercept. So 5 times 0 is 0, right? So that's just 2x plus 0. We don't have to write that 0. We can just write 2x. So now we have 2x equals 20. And we want to solve that one-step equation. The opposite of multiply by 2 is to divide by 2. And we get x is equal to 10. So what did I get? I got x was 10 when I put 0 into my equation for y. So there are 2 points I'm going to have to get onto this graph now. And I want to think about this as I decide where to put my axis. I'm going to want to put 0, 4. So I want to make sure I can get 4 on my y-axis. And I'm going to want to put 10, 0. 10 on my x-axis. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 on my y-axis. And I will count on my x-axis, and I found 10. So if I asked you to plot your y-axis, y-intercept, that's 0, 4 right here. It's on the y-axis. That's called the y-intercept. And if I ask you to show me the x-intercept, that's the point right here, 10, 0 on the x-axis. That is the x-intercept. And of course, we don't just want the intercepts. We wanted to graph the whole equation. So in order to represent all the possibilities for this equation, we're going to connect that and add arrows. And now we show the whole picture of this equation.